Firearms AR-15 6-hour P320 compact with a Streamlight TLR-1HL and primary arms 1x6 LPVO. How's it going today, guys? TW After Hours here. Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's been quite a bit, not gonna lie. If you're from Trucks and Water coming here, you know that I'm staying away from Trucks and Water right now. I'm kind of just easing out of it for right now. I'm just not into the truck scene really much anymore, but I got 2 more events I'm going to. That's beside the point. You clicked on this video because you want to know about my Second Amendment history, and it's quite interesting. You know, a few years ago, I was not this excited about firearms, honestly. This was not my forte. It was not whatever. And to go back into a little bit of history, growing up, I had BB guns, I had pellet rifles, stuff like that. My friends had BB guns, pellet rifles, stuff like that, but my family was not into firearms. Not saying they were against firearms, they just weren't into firearms. My dad, mom, dad don't hunt, nothing like that. So I didn't grow up around firearms. I had a lot of the not nostalgic, but what you see on TV, I was kind of scared of them because they were, you know, loud, obnoxious, you know, what the media said, they're all bad and there's no point in firearms, stuff like that. So growing up as a millennial, and I guess on the tail end of the beginning of Gen Z, I had a very bad conception of firearms, especially when it comes to the AR-15 platform. I thought this was a military-grade rifle that you would get the military to use, which come to find out you can't, because this is not an automatic, semi-automatic. Can't buy an automatic rifle unless you have a very special license and all that fun stuff. But I didn't know that back then. I was very much scared of firearms. Like, it just wasn't a thing to me. And I had some instances happen later on in life before I turned 21 that caused me to look differently. I've had some instances where I thought I would need a weapon to defend myself. Luckily, it didn't come to that kind of situation, but it was in the back of my mind during those kind of situations. So I had a buddy of mine when I graduated high school. He was going to the Marine Corps, and before he went, he's like, "Hey man, have you ever shot?" And I said, "No, I've never really shot." He goes, "Well, I'll take you to my range." He's got a membership over there in Knoxville, some private range. And we'll take you there and I'll let you shoot some guns. I said, "Man, I don't know. I'm not really into that stuff." And he's like, "Come on, man, just come and shoot. Everyone needs to learn how to shoot." I said, "All right, fine." So he takes me out there. I shot his 1911 and 45 ACP, his custom-built AR-15, and his Benelli Auto 12 gauge. When he brought the AR, I got nervous because like I said, I was told by the media, this is a military assault rifle, deadly, crazy, you know, blah, 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 blah. But once he explained to me what the civilian version is, I was like, huh. And I shot it, and I shot the 1911, shot the Benelli Auto 12, and I fell in freaking love with it. Now, this is not all my collection. I have a P365 9mm that I conceal carry all the time. I have a bolt action Savage 6.5 Creedmoor, and I have a 1911 and 45 ACP full frame 5-inch barrel. And then I'm gonna probably complete my collection for right now with some kind of shotgun. Not sure which one I'm going with as of yet. But that's when I started looking into it. And I realized, you know, a lot of what the media says is a lie. You know, we trust these politicians, we trust these people we elected into office that they know what they're talking about. And honestly, they do not when it comes to especially firearms. Let's be 100% real. You know, they always preach about knowing your topic, knowing the information, knowing the correct information, and they don't even know the correct information on firearms, but they have the loudest opinion. The people that are screaming all over the internet, ban guns, ban handguns, ban AR-15s, ban assault rifles, which assault rifle is not even a real rifle, it's an action done with a rifle. I can assault with a bolt action rifle, I can assault with a single action, I can assault with a lever action. It's not just the AR-15 platform. And a lot of people did not understand. My family didn't. This thing shoots as fast as my little trigger finger can pull, pretty much. It doesn't automatic, and you don't want automatic, guys. Automatic is not, I've shot automatic before at a gun range. It's not as fun as you think it is. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's fun, but it's very inaccurate. So in practical use for what I use my AR-15 for, which is target practice, shooting targets, coyote hunting, stuff like that, automatic does not make sense. And shooting hogs when I have the chance to. As I come to grow and I got my concealed carry permit, I qualified actually on this handgun. It's my first ever handgun. I bought my 320 compact. I love this handgun. It's my do-it-all, concealed carry, open carry, backup hunting firearm. I just love this gun. I'm very proficient with it. As I come to grow, I come to learn that not a lot of people know about firearms, especially my generation and the generation after me, Gen Z. There's a lot of misconceptions, a lot of all that, and I get it. They're loud, they're lethal, but firing and shooting a firearm is one of the safest things you can do if you follow the cardinal rules. There's literally, if you follow all the cardinal rules to a T, there is literally no way, unless you have a catastrophic weapon malfunction, that you can get hurt. And everyone that shoots knows this. Most accidents occur because people have no idea what they're doing, or they do something stupid that's not against the cardinal rules. If you don't know what the cardinal rules are, look them up and then educate yourself. So my suggestion is, guys, I know a lot in the gun community. I follow a lot of people in the gun community. I watch a lot of gun YouTubers, I guess you can say, and they say it and I'll say it. I'm not former military. I'm not a cop. I'm just a normal guy that loves firearms and loves shooting, loves the history behind it. But we gotta be more accepting of teaching other people. I've taught a lot of people how to shoot. Like I said, I'm not the best shot ever. I'm still constantly learning, constantly trying to adapt and evolve and build my skill set as a shooter. But us in the firearm community need to be open and accepting of people that have stupid questions, that don't know what they're talking about, that don't know, and try to appropriately educate them. Not screaming at them like, you're an idiot, you're a communist, a socialist, you know, whatever. We need to educate them to combat these people up in Congress and up in the government that are trying to take away our Second Amendment. This is a God-given right. We have the God-given right to defend ourselves on how we want to defend ourselves. That is, if you believe in God, if you don't, I'm not here to be your preacher, but us as a human have the natural right to defend ourselves any which way possible. Whether you think that's an AR, a pistol, a shotgun, lever action, bolt action, does not matter. You have the right to defend yourself. And that's what we need to do. We need to be open and honest with people and show them, take them to a range. You have a private range, you have enough land that you live on, take them out and shoot. I've taught plenty of people how to do that. And once people get over the initial fear factor of it, they freaking love it. I'm not saying they're gonna be gun nuts, but they might go out and buy a handgun or a rifle or a shotgun, you know, something of that nature. And heck, they may even go get their concealed carry license and stuff like that. I know a lot of states now have, you don't have to go get your license to concealed carry, but it is a good idea if you want to carry across state lines. But yes, guys, like, I used to not be a gun person. I used to be anti-firearms. I thought there was no point in them, even though I was a history buff. But once I got to learn and once I got to the real truth about firearms, it's a whole different ball game. I've been guilty of yelling at people about firearms. I'm very passionate about it because it is our God-given right. It is our right to defend ourselves. And like I said, shooting a firearm is one of the safest things you can do if you learn the cardinal rules. So coming from a Gen Z, or well, more of the tail end millennial, almost Gen Z, we need to be more open and honest about it. We need to teach people, we need to show people that guns are not scary. People are scary. This gun, if I load, they are not loaded. There's no mag, not loaded. If I load this, put a round through the chamber, load it, put a round through the chamber, turn the safety off and aimed it, it will not go off until my finger pulls that trigger, or my finger pulls that trigger. That's what people need to realize. It's not the gun itself. You can have a freaking Gatling gun, a mini gun, and until someone pulls a trigger, it's the most non-deadliest thing on the planet. But someone has to pull that trigger, and that's what we need to get to the root cause of it. Why are people so mentally disturbed nowadays, and so it doesn't make any sense to me how someone can take someone else's life. Now, like I said, I'm a big component of concealed carry. If you threaten me and you put me in that situation, me and a family member or my girlfriend or whatever in that situation, then yes, that situation calls for pulling a firearm. But you gotta be wise about it. But that's what we need to come down to, guys. We need to come together as a gun community, take our differences aside, and combat the people up in Congress and the government. Because if we lose this, guys, every communist dictator, communism, fascist, you know, whatever dictatorship that's been going around the world, the two things they take away initially when they get into power is your freedom of speech and your freedom to protect yourself with a firearm. Because they know they take those two away, they control you. If you don't believe me, look up real history. I hope this video is very educational to some people. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please comment them down below in the comment section. Please make them formal and appropriate. I'm not going to respond to just yelling and screaming and just being a complete jerk on the internet like some people are. But anyways, I hope this video is a little bit informal, guys. More content to come on this channel with other stuff than guns and stuff like that, but I'm going to be focusing a lot on this too because I love this topic and I love shooting and stuff like that. But I hope you all enjoy this video. If you like this video, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. You're on the TW After Hours family. There's a lot more content coming. Never give up on your dreams and always do what you love.